I'm not a writer.
Okay.
It's your boy Pelican Bay Kennels, give you that dog news the way I always do, fair and unbiased. Some gonna like it, some ain't. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you haven't hit it yet. Don't forget to get up in them comments. Don't forget to hit that like button before you get up out of here. Don't forget to hit it. Let's get into that dog news of the day. Alright, see a lot of dogs, man, in this dog game, they just like the dope game. You know, they get gassed up off what a man got instead of what he bringing to the dog game. You know what I'm saying? They worried about, oh, how fancy the treadmill look, how many dogs he got, what kind of nice cages he got them in. And this certain things, you know, is all good and dandy, but that don't, you know, equivalent to what kind of dog man you dealing with. You know what I'm saying? Because he can buy all the flashy stuff, but yet he ain't got the willpower or the knowledge or even the dogs, you know, or the caliber you're looking for. So instead of us worrying about, you know, who got great dogs or who got these kind of dogs, we worry about materials and things that really have nothing to do with what you're trying to do at that moment, you know. And that's why I say, you know, I'm not sure what generation it come from, but that's just how it is right now. Like another thing, like this ego thing that we all stuck with, you know, in this dog game. This the deal. Like, I gotta straighten this out because y'all young folk try to bring y'all way of thinking to something I said. Alright, this the deal. If I say I beat you, or you say you beat me, and we cool, then that don't mean we not cool. That don't mean I'm mad at you. That don't mean you mad at me because you say you beat me, or because you beat me, or because you beat me 5 times. We still sitting by the grill, you know, skinning the hole, about to eat the hole. You know what I'm saying? We still chilling. We still going to watch the football games. We still going to the basketball games. You know, none of that changed. Like, y'all young boys think because somebody say they whip you, that mean y'all beefing in real life, or y'all got problems in real life. And this ain't that way of thinking, you know. I can't think like a lot of y'all young dogs, you know. And this ain't necessarily meaning by the age of your young dogs. I mean the ones who, you know, live by the Facebook intimidation, Facebook champions, and all that type of stuff. Them the ones I'm talking about, you know. Just because, okay, me and Fat Bill might be best of friends, or me and Fat Bill and a couple more guys might be best of friends, because I say, or he say he out competed me in a particular competition. That's supposed to mean, them boys beefing. Man, get the hell out of here, man. Y'all, we can't think like y'all new schoolers, man. Can't think like that. You know what I'm saying? Your ego's too stuck in the way. Like I tell you, your ego's so stuck in the way that when you hear lose or you hear beat, y'all automatically think street. Y'all automatically think real beef and all that type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? The way y'all think, y'all forced to deal with people you don't know. You know what I'm saying? The way you think, you forced to deal with people you don't know, because the folk around you, you know, you make the situation seem uncomfortable for the folk around you. So you have to deal with somebody you don't know. You know what I'm saying? Because you make a folks feel like, oh, if I say I beat him, then we ain't cool. Or I can't get that pack from it because I beat him. You know, I can't say nothing about it because, you know, he going to get mad and this and that and this and that. I can't, you know, so I got to be quiet. I can't talk this and that as far as, you know, just saying anything. Y'all too emotional. You too stuck in your emotions. Let the dogs do the talking, man. Let the dogs do the talking. Too stuck in your emotions. One thing about PBK, like I always said, and always will say, I ain't never cared about being part of no get-along gang. You know what I'm saying? All I want to know is do you want bulldogs or do you want bulldogs? You know, it is what it is at the end of the day. It is what it is at the end of the day. Like I always say, man, I ain't no YouTuber with dogs. You know what I'm saying? I'm a dog man that YouTube. You know, this ain't no fad for me. I ain't doing this because, you know, I want to fit in. I ain't doing this because something just seemed cool. I was born this way, man. I was born this way. It is what it is. Everybody, it ain't for everybody. You know, at least they think it is sometimes. You know, they think it is sometimes, but it ain't for everybody, man. You know, like, how can I put it? I'm going to give some life examples, all right? When it comes to me and what I'm running, the lines I'm running, I'm straight, I'm content. You know why it's like this real, compared to life? I done did all the running in strip clubs. I done did all the running around on my girl. I done did this, I done did that, checking this out, checking that out, seeing what bloodlines is what, you know, spending money on this, spending money on these dogs, spending money on them dogs. I'm good now. I'm settling down with the wifey. I ain't looking for nothing else. You know what I'm saying? I'm chilling at the crib. You know, I'm content with what I'm running. I ain't worrying about adding to none of that type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? I'm content with what I'm running. And like I said before, if it ain't broke, I ain't trying to fix it. I understand what you say certain times about putting certain cuts. You got to have certain outs when you're doing a whole lot of inbreeding. And, you know, certain times. But at the same time, you know, you making your outs to keep your dogs healthy. If your dogs, you know, if it's working for you. You necessarily, and making sure that dog a great dog as well, you know, when you do your out. So it won't take nothing from your dogs. You know, but at the same time, everybody inbreeding is different. You got folk who say the Big John stuff is too tight, right? All right. From the start, the Big John and Little John is on two different daddies, which all go back to the Red Boy Jocko stuff, you know, but it's on two different daddies off the start. Number two, these guys with this program wasn't doing inbreeding like how a lot of folk doing inbreeding with the same exact dog, taking the daddy back into the daughter, taking the daddy back into them kids. You only got a certain amount of dogs. The folks that were doing them particular inbreeders with that Big John, Little John stuff had a whole lot more dogs, a whole bigger family of dogs to do their line breeding with. Even though it's inbred because it's off the same stuff at the end of the day, it's not as close as a lot of y'all breedings are being done because you don't got enough of the dogs to do the breedings with. You know, these folk had plenty dogs, brothers, cousins, uncles, aunts, nephews, nieces to breed back with daddies, mamas, brothers, cousins, nephews, and nieces again. You know, plenty dogs all in one family. You know what I'm saying? So the inbreeding ain't as tight as you might think it is when you look at it on your yard, because the kind of inbreeding you're doing, you're only using 2 or 3 dogs. You know what I'm saying? So it's a difference. You know, like I said, if you content, you content. I done did all the running around. I done wasted my money when I felt like I wasted my money. You know, if I waste it again, it'll be on me losing in the competition. I ain't gonna waste it on something, you know what I'm saying, out here looking for something when I know it ain't broke. Another thing, you know, they say the Big John had 2 yards. Man, that's false, man. Listen here, man. Listen here. The only reason you think them boys had 2 yards is because your fools out when dunces out there stealing dogs. You know what I'm saying? When you got folks stealing, you don't have the dogs in the same place as you had them at. You know what I'm saying? When you gotta hide your dogs, you can't have them in the same place as where you came 10 years ago and you seen the dogs, they ain't there no more, or something like that. And then folks say they got 2 yards because they selling one person this degree of dog and keeping the high degree of dogs for themselves. And one thing I'm gonna tell you like that, that's false. You know what I'm saying? One thing I know, and I will say and vouch, you know, for them boys, they don't want to sell somebody a dog that is not gonna represent the line right. If they sell it to you and it's grown, they feel like it will represent their line right. You know, they won't sell you one if they feel like you gonna get out there and say, oh man, this dog ain't nothing. This dog ain't nothing. You know, they can't help but you get out there ruining them puppies. And like I say, every dog ain't gonna make the cut. And at the end of the day, every dog man ain't gonna make the cut. You know what I'm saying? It's more reasons for dogs not making the cut because of the dog mans they going to, instead of the dogs being weak dogs. You know, like I said before, the average dog man, certain dog men not ready for them top of the line dogs, because all of them don't do the same thing. I've heard an old school dog man say once before that the best dog he ever seen in his life didn't turn on till he was damn near 4 years old. And he was one of the best dogs he's seen in his life. Now, you know, I ain't got to ask you that, which one of y'all would have waited that long? Because I'm quite sure everybody would have said nobody. But it is what it is, you know. It's different kind of dog folk out this piece, you know. Certain folk take it serious than other folk. Certain folk, you know, handle it different ways. Everybody handle it the way they got to handle it or the way they feel like it's right. Now, when it comes to why I bred the Hacksaw, all right, because, number one, I wanted something that everybody else didn't have off that particular strain of dog. Everybody had the buddy dogs. Everybody had dogs off of Quick. Everybody had dogs off of Wrangler. Some people had dogs off Johnson, you know, but they didn't have them off Hacksaw. So that's why I wanted to breed the Hacksaw. Plus, he had all the traits that I liked. You know, he had all the traits that I liked. You know, to me, he was a complete dog. He was a complete dog, so that's why I bred to him. And then, now, you know, being that Hacksaw's not around anymore, you know, for the most part, I had my own strain of that line of dogs because ain't nobody else got that strain in that line, you know. Nobody else got that strain in that line but them little off that Yellow John and Mellow Yellow little, and you know, and Fletcher, Mr. Fletcher little. You know, so that's why I bred the Hacksaw, because, you know, I knew a lot of folk had different dogs coming off that stuff. Most of the people's stuff was coming directly off Buddy, directly off Wrangler, and directly off Quick. Now, Hacksaw is off Buddy and Ronda Rousey. All right, but we not talking about pedigrees. We talking about dogs themselves here. You know, I'm not judging a pedigree saying, oh, they got the same pedigree as this dog. They gonna throw you the same thing as this dog, same thing as that dog. Nah, we going by dogs, man. I tell you, we breed the best to the best, you know. And like I said, I want a Hacksaw, you know. So that's why I bred the Hacksaw. Now, I'm a firm believer of a good dog is a good dog. You know, no matter who got the dog, a good dog is a good dog. I'm a believer of that. But at the same time, I done seen this before, you know. A good dog is a good dog, and it can, you know, it can be like that dog was gonna be that no matter who had him. But the thing is, when a good dog man get a good dog, he can do a whole lot more with that dog than, you know, a person who's not putting the time in with that dog. A good dog man get a good dog, he gonna bring out traits in that dog, or not necessarily traits, but he gonna bring out things in that dog that the person who just lacking with the dog, just got the dog on the chain, not gonna be able to see. You know, and whether it matter when it's time or not, but the dog is not gonna be the same dog when he dealing with a good dog man. I'm talking about a man who's spending time with that dog, taking that dog out for walks, letting that dog see certain things. A dog that's stuck in the woods forever and never see nothing but woods can be a killer. He can be one of the best dogs it was and ever it was, you know. But you take that same dog and give him to a dog man and let him see the world. No, I ain't talking about no obedience training and none of that. I'm talking about let him see the world and let him be a pit bull, you know, and take care of him. Same way, don't do nothing different, but you just let them see the world and you're going to get a different dog. You can bet your bottom dollar on that. You know what I'm saying? You can bet your bottom dollar on that. You know, I'm going to tell you like this here. Make another example. Okay? Now, Mr. Victor did a damn good job with Mayday. All right? He did a damn good job with Mayday. We all know that. All right? Now, Tent did a great job with Yellow. And we all know that. All right? Now, I'm willing to bet you if a dog man Tent's caliber or better would have bought Yellow from him as a puppy, or wherever Yellow come from, got Yellow as a puppy and had Yellow in the city area plus the country area, seeing all that stuff like that, you know, and I guarantee you get a different dog. Guarantee you. Not saying that, like I said, that none of the guys who had them great dogs didn't do great jobs, because they did great jobs with the dog. And like I said, I'm a firm believer of a good dog is a good dog, but I don't take nothing away from the owner as well, because I know, an owner that puts that work in, you get special qualities out them dogs. You know, special qualities out them dogs. But I ain't gonna hold y'all up too late tonight, man. I hope y'all had a good day. Hope y'all have a good Christmas. It's your boy PBK9s giving you that dog news the way I always do, fair and unbiased. Some gonna like it, some ain't. Y'all stay safe out there. Have a good Christmas weekend, and holla at y'all later.